Hello, my ladies and pretty gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Look What's Happening in the Spirit Realm with yours truly, Light. I'm hearing multiple messages today. And before I get started, given the title, I need you guys to take this with a grain of salt. Because this energy, this could be yours, but I'm strongly believing that this is some kind of counterpart. They're in the midst of something very, very foundational. And I'm seeing them going backwards and figuring out everything that you perhaps have known for a long time. They're taking all these steps backwards. Now, this is someone who could be very persuasive. They're very, at first glance, if you see them, you're going to assume that they have everything together. They are articulate, they are successful, perhaps even good looking. Everything about them feels like it checks out. But one thing that Spirit wanted to show me about this energy was they're fundamentally lacking in emotional intelligence. They don't understand the damage that their decision making has on the people they claim to love. Now, this is someone who is understanding the individual that they've been with. They've given a lot of excuses to. And this is how Spirit broke it down, which is kind of painful, but this person assumed the mystery, the questions that they couldn't answer about the person that they believed loved them. They believed that their inability to answer certain questions about certain sketchy behavior that this person had was merely the depth of their love, because again, emotionally, this is someone who is disabled somehow. They believed that that's the depth of this person's love for them, and they saw your transparency in their world was being interpreted the opposite direction. It was being interpreted as, oh, you're definitely a player. You're definitely trying to get me involved with you and all that stuff. Meanwhile, this is someone who has, again, a long while figured out the person that they fell in love with was a handler. Like, the mystery that they couldn't solve about this person, it wasn't the depth of their love. It was the fact that this is a strategic individual, male or female, that was hired, that was paid handsomely to make sure that this person's divine path was interrupted. Again, this is something that this person cannot emotionally navigate. Mentally, they can't compute how that could even be. And I'm going to tell you something that's for some of you that could relate here. This is a person who looked at you and who thought that you needed to be handled. And there's a lot of energies involved in your field right now that I'm trying to pick up on. A few important players, but the energy is so scattered lately. I'm just trying to piece it together into a cohesive message. So this is the central point. This person at this moment, and thank God I have bullet points, they have overestimated their ability to just get along. This is like the process of their mental space going down the list. And all while, what is hidden from their sight, what is hidden from their perspective, was that the person they're sleeping with, the person that they're with energetically, the people that they've trusted, and this is even their family. I'm getting a strong, parental figure, somebody who wants to be a parent. These people were several steps ahead of this person. when they were making decisions that they felt like were finally putting them on the map, was finally putting them at the leader position that they had fantasized about, they were being given that position. That's what I'm hearing. Like, they were being handed on a silver platter a opportunity that was glamorized to be fresh and new, but it was actually covered in worms, in maggots, and they didn't know it. They thought you were in the way, but really, you were never in the way. They were in their own way the whole time. The whole time they were in their own way, and they were looking at you as if you needed to be handled. And I'm telling you, there are a couple of energies here, one of which is someone who is trying not to be outed, and this is somebody in your vicinity that is trying not to be outed. Like, I don't know if they're gay, or if they've blackmailed someone and they're trying to somewhat preemptively victimize themselves by saying that somehow they ended up there to victimize somebody because you held something against them, so they can tell the truth without actually facing the consequences of the truth by manipulating people's empathy. There's somebody like that in your field that tried to use you. They tried to get close to you, to be with you, maybe even intimately, to be with you in order to pull this person, this counterpart that is waking up, in order to pull them and to have a weird relationship with them. Again, this is like a same-sex situation, but this person is not gay. That's what I'm getting. This person that they're trying to pull in, they know they're just not fitted for them. They don't like them that way. So what they tried to do was get in relationship with you, get in some kind of like bond with you, because they knew that this person was interested in you in some way. Like, they were fascinated with you, or they were just wanting to be intimate with you, and they would be down to having these like locker room conversations, or I don't know, like nail salon conversations. Take it how it resonates. They were open to having, like, they would be open to having these conversations while they got close to them, using you as a bait. And it didn't work. That's what I'm hearing. It didn't work, but whoever this person is that is now beginning to find their own voice, this is a path, this is someone who is doing the spiritual, they're spiritually climbing the ladder. They're starting something new for the first time. They're trusting themselves for the first time because they woke up, realized that the person that they're with is actually their handler. It is someone who belongs to a society, to some kind of cabal, some kind of society, just saying, that has it out for the collective, that has it out for any divine beings who could possibly change the frequency of this planet. Again, a sacred timeline that nobody can interfere with, that they have tried to interfere with multiple times. But like the deja vus I mentioned on my threads, we have lived this timeline multiple times on different dimensions. And when I get multiple deja vus like this, it's because a profound sequence that cannot be interrupted is taking place. A profound sequence that has been angled from different timelines, from different perspectives, is taking place. And this is what this person's role is in this time. This is somebody who is looking at you like they will do anything in the world to be with you. I don't know how real this message is, but I have to give it because that's what Spirit showed me. I have to give it. They will do anything to be in your vicinity, to be in your presence, to right their wrong if they did it, if they never even got a chance to meet you properly. That's what I'm hearing. They are willing to do anything. And the people that they are with, the people that they thought they got an easy success, like they thought they got an easy access to the life that they see themselves living. They see themselves as this like emperor, empress who attracts everything, who has it all. They saw that life and they were given something, a divine path. They were given a divine quote unquote path that was meant to trick them out of what God actually had for them. But what God had for them was for them to step out onto the ledge and trust their passion, trust their calling, and lean into it. But instead, they allowed themselves to second guess. They allowed themselves to judge their current presence with the past of what they had to deal with. And for some of you, you never even met this person. Like, this person was in your vicinity, and then it was like, bam, bam, bam. Like, these people, these energies came in and rerouted all, like, they scattered the reality. They like fragmented everything, scrambled it, and everybody was left confused except this person. Like, because they were targeted. They were targeted to have the whole reality flip upside down. And this message got really dark towards the end as I was reading it, but there was a lot of like positive energy, and that's because there's something that's playing out here that cannot be intervened. And this is why I'm getting these weird deja vus. I woke up 3 times last night out of nowhere, just like over and over and over again. And this path that you're in, this path that this person is in, I don't know who you guys could possibly be for all this to take place. What are they preventing? When I said they were a few steps ahead, take this part how it resonates. There are people in this person's vicinity, they cannot persuade them anymore. They can't use any kind of craft, anything to persuade them outside of what Spirit has already disclosed to them in their own time. They're heading towards a path that has always been ordained for them. But this time around, their journey is very dangerous. And it's not because they're personally in danger. It's because whoever they're heading to, whoever you're resonating as, whether you're the divine, feminine, or masculine, it doesn't matter because they're both one. But whichever energy you're resonating as, what I heard was they want to remove the person that this energy never got a chance to love. And this is the quote that I heard. They would rather watch this person mourn the death of someone they never got a chance to love. There's some kind of exchange-based relationship that this person has signed on to. When they signed onto a marriage, if they did, and they didn't know this was a cult leader, they should have read the fine prints. Like, they sold their path, their karmic path with you, their karmic path with their divine counterpart, in order to get something. They didn't know that, this makes it unserious, they didn't know that they were about to sign over, heck, they can't sign over you because you're a sovereign being, but they were signing over their destiny in exchange for something fake, and they didn't know it was fake. But what they should see when they signed over this marriage, this contract with whoever this person is, and this could be like framed in a business partnership, it could have been framed in many different formats. Whatever was tantalizing to this person, whatever this person's ego felt like they needed in order to climb the social ladder, the proverbial status quo. There was a spiritual imprint. There was like a partial document that was stuck to the original document that this person saw with their eyes, but there was a spiritual document, fine print, so to speak, that overrides what they're about to do now with you. It overrides it. So I don't know, like, again, no harm is going to come to you. This message is getting to you on time. I'm getting that. Like, it's getting to you on the dot, on time. Whatever they signed, it preemptively expected them to show up at your doorstep somehow. And that's when they were going to pay the price. I don't know what that means. I don't know why it's being cryptic. I don't know what that means. That's when they were expected to pay the price. Was when they came to your doorstep. What was it? Signing. I'm hearing they caught them at a time when their spiritual eyes were closed. There's somebody in this person's field. I'm getting like it's like a parental figure or someone who they have parentified in some way. And they may not even know it. They have to heal something about themselves that they've run away from. Like they've managed to run away from it. They've managed to build a whole empire to cover this side of them. Like this side of them that's very immature. And because they have to pay something at your doorstep, what I heard this person do is that they're trying to lay claim. And I've had this message before. They're trying to lay claim to you in indirect ways. And this is like speaking to certain people around you, claiming that they've had this fantasy of how they want to show up for you already fulfilled. Like they've already like had an encounter with you if they didn't. Like they're pretending to be in a relationship with you in some fashion, to some degree, to the people that they're afraid would have you. Like they want to lay claim, and this is because they don't want to pay the full price of what they've done. Because when they get to you, the curse, whatever they've signed over, is such that it's when they get to you that they have to empty their pockets. They have to like disembowel themselves. They have to like remove everything. Like, I don't know if this is because they're involved in a crime, and in order to get to you, they have to disclose that. They have to disclose something that will completely dismantle everything they've built. And it's either that or they lose you. Like, it's either that or they lose you. Because again, no one can lay claim to you at all. You're a sovereign being. No one can lay claim to you. You have multiple opportunities, and that's a given. That's what this person is seeing. They didn't care back then. Like, they didn't care when they thought they had gotten what they needed. They didn't care. And you have to understand that. Like, you have to really see and understand that they didn't care about you when they should have. And I don't know. I'm going to leave it here. I don't want to talk anymore. I'm over it. But if they're doing that, and by the way, regarding the person who attempted to get close to you and everything, I'm going to have a totally different message about this, because that was originally a message I wanted to give, but then this one kind of like bamboozled and just entered the door, decided to be spoken about. Don't expect anything, especially not out of this person, especially not out of this situation. Don't expect anything, because more than anything, there's a lot of silence around you, because a lot of people are afraid of you. A lot of people are afraid of how much you see and how much you know, especially where this person is concerned. I hope this resonated. As usual, I don't reach out, and everything you need to know is in the description box down below. My book, Sad Girl, as usual, is in the description box. If you would like to support this channel and my journey, Don't forget to get the merch. Personal readings are closed, but memberships are open. I have several videos on that up. If your country allows you to have YouTube membership, you can join. Outside of that, my social media platforms are down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. God, I feel weird as hell. Until next time, ciao.